Hey guys, what's up? This is Cody from Convention Reviews, and we're here to talk about another convention experience. We're going back in the history books, and we're bringing out old cons that we've been to, and we're telling you all about it, because you probably weren't following us yet, because when we did this con, I had a whole 30 subscribers tops. So, now you get to learn about this con. This con is Anime Midwest 2013, and with me here today to tell me about it is not Taylor, who I would want to have here since it was his first con, but we've still got, I mean, they're still good too. We've still got Dakota.
I'm so flattered.
And Nate.
Hey, what's up?
Scoot in a little bit here, Nate. I'm gonna scoot up.
Alright, I'm scooting in.
I'm a scooting.
It's a little hard to hear.
I'm a scooting fiend.
Yeah, make sure you're leaning in when we're getting into the mic. We're gonna get right in it, and we're gonna just... I don't want to break your eardrums, so I'm trying to talk a little quieter, but...
We're gonna be sexy, and you're gonna love us.
Can I kiss it?
They won't be able to tell. It'll just make a weird noise. Okay, they could tell with that.
That was a kiss straight from Nate.
So...
And you loved it.
We're talking about Anime Midwest 2013. Now, this con is kind of a big deal for a few reasons. First reason, this is the first con that I ever did where I knew consciously this is for convention reviews. And I knew what I was planning to do. At the time, I did not know that it would go anywhere. I totally expected to do it, like do the review and everything, and be like, well, that was fun, and never do it again. Seriously, I thought nobody would watch it, it would get nothing, and then when people actually watched it, I was like, well, maybe I'll do this again. And now we're here.
Now you do it every time.
So, now I go out of my way to do
Started
this.
from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah! So, why else was this an important con? I can't remember. This was the first time we ever stayed in the Hyatt?
Maybe.
Yeah.
There were other reasons why it was important.
It
Like
was
what?
Taylor's first.
Taylor's first con.
Tyler's cool.
Tyler
Banana
was...
Senpai.
We'll get to all that. Well, let's just get into it. Maybe we'll unravel why this was an important con as we're talking about it. So, like I already said, this was the start of convention reviews. Mm-hmm. And first thing I got on the list other than that is problems checking in. Now, actually, we should talk about that in just a second. First, I want to say, because this is a little out of order, we went on Thursday. That's another reason why this was important. This is the first con we ever went to where we went a day early. Mm-hmm. And we love doing that. If you've never gone to a con a day early, you should do it. Yeah. Because why, guys?
Well, because... One, you get there, if you go the day it's starting that day, you're like, okay, we're here, we gotta get going, stuff's starting, we're gonna miss opening ceremonies, we gotta hurry, we gotta rush,
And especially for a con that's far away, because this is like, 3 hours away.
So, and you gotta get up early, but when you get the day before, you can leave at like noon, and get there around 3 or 4, check in, then you get there and you can go explore the hotel, the surrounding area, there's just some people there cosplaying a little bit, you can maybe go... drive around, get some pizza, because that's a good area for pizza and stuff. Chicago. Or you can chill in the hotel room, just bro out and like watch anime, because you're at a con for anime.
Or if you're girls, you can sis out. I don't know what you guys call.
They can jam out. If you're girls, you jam out with your clam out.
Oh God.
With your clam out.
Yeah, you never heard that?
No, everyone shut up.
Vaginas are called clams.
Okay, let's move on.
The other big thing is when you show up on Thursday, Friday feels like another Saturday.
It really does, because you wake up that morning at the con. Good point, Nate.
And you don't have to be tired from traveling.
You almost said, good job. You did something.
Good job, sir.
Give yourself a pat on the back. Okay, so we got there Thursday, and we had problems checking in. Now, what happened was... they wanted to charge, and all Hyatts do this, and other hotels do this too, but the thing is that we did not know about it beforehand. It was not mentioned anywhere. And normally it's mentioned when like you reserve a hotel, that it was $50 a night for incidentals, that's what it's called. In case something happens, they take it off your card, you give them $50 per night, just in case something happens. Yeah, it's a hold, and we didn't know about that. We were struggling getting the money together just to go how it was. And then we go and they're like, okay, $50 a night, so that's going to be $150 extra that we did not have. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, oh God, we're up in Chicago? We don't have $150 extra. What are we going to do? So we're like together, we're scrounging money together. Nate gave like a crap ton of money because he had the most money of everybody. And I mean, we were going to get it all back.
Right.
We just had to have it for the time being.
It was less money we were going to be able to spend. And,
Yeah. Well, little did we know we weren't going to need it.
And then,
But we'll get to the dealer's room later.
And then somebody came to the rescue.
And I can't believe I'm going to say this, because it's going to be way too big of an ego boost, but I'm just building it up over more than what it was. An angel appeared from the sky to save us. And it was Dakota.
Yeah. I was about to ask what was his name.
His name was Dakota.
It was me.
Basically, we had the money. I went up and I was about to do it, and he asked this guy that's standing there, who's probably like a manager.
Yeah, I was like, look, dude, and obviously it's one thing if this is your policy, but I'm sure we're not the only ones who didn't know about this $50 charge, you know. I just basically argued it. I was like, come on, I mean, we need this money for this weekend. You know, we're all equally $150 short. That's less money I'm going to have for food, whatnot. And he was like, oh, sir, I'll take care of it. And he just gave us all our money back.
Yeah. Well, not all of it, just 150.
We
but
weren't allowed to
we couldn't do anything with room service or like anything.
Yeah.
But we didn't need it. We didn't want it.
Yeah.
I turned to a white suburban mom.
Well, hey, if that white suburban mom saved us $150 for 3 days,
Yeah.
then it was worth it. And I actually had forgotten about that until reviewing this con. I forgot we went through that. We've never gone through a problem like that before since then. Probably because I just always am prepared to have the extra money on me.
We're gonna have to do that at Yuma.
Probably.
I'm prepared to have the money.
I'm prepared.
I mean, if we do... The way I look at it now is if they do take it, they're saving me money. They're holding $150 that I can't waste at the dealer's room, because I will waste it. That's how I look at it now.
That's true.
But, okay, I said before this was our first time staying in this hotel. Me and Dakota had been there for ASIN over a year ago.
Which you may have heard in the last video.
Yeah, 2 videos ago.
2 videos ago, yeah.
Nate had never been at all.
Mm-mm.
And the hotel's really nice. This is the Hyatt in Rosemont, Hyatt O'Hare. It's just a beautiful hotel.
I remember you guys, the day we got there, took me through the convention area. You're like, this is where that's at for ASIN, this is where that's at.
And then it wasn't even set up like ASIN.
It wasn't even set up like ASIN for the 2014.
Yeah.
And, oh my gosh. Yeah, the dealer's room for that was awesome. But, continue.
For ASIN? Oh, yeah. Well, we're not talking about ASIN, though.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Did we already talked about Taylor?
A little bit. I'll get more to him. I know how I want to do this. Nate had to park somewhere else.
Oh, yeah.
We drove up on the same day. Nate was behind us, and you had called him, didn't you? You think you told me you called them and asked if we could have both our cars in the parking lot.
And they said no, one per room.
You drove Katie's car to that con.
Oh, yeah. Well, for some reason we thought we could have both our cars in their parking lot, and we couldn't. So they made Nate go find another place to park, and he had to pay a lot more money.
It's $50 at the end of the week.
Good thing you made a lot of money.
There was free ramen all weekend.
Yes.
And
we
Mountain
didn't
Dew.
Hit it up.
We didn't get it at all. But, yeah, that's one of the cool things about that con. They give free ramen so you'll never starve, which is awesome. Because they don't have, like, a food court or anything, and there's not a mall with a food court nearby. So that's pretty cool of them.
It's like pizza heaven there. Like, late at night, when you're at that con, if you're sitting in the front lobby, people are coming in and out constantly.
I didn't even think about that.
There is never a point when there isn't a pizza person in there. Giordano's.
Because it's right by Chicago. Yeah, Giordano's. That's all it is.
Getting that in a couple months.
Giordano's, my God! 2E2, that's not where we're going. We're going to Con Off Delete. What am I talking about?
If you've never had Giordano's pizza, shout out real quick.
Go to one of these Chicago cons and get it.
Yeah.
Or my God, man.
Chicago and get
Nate's not going to get it because he's going to be at a wedding.
Yeah.
Okay. Start of flashing. Do you guys know what this is talking about?
Yeah. This is,
Yeah, the skywalk, the catwalk, that's what it is.
It's a skywalk.
Skywalk? Okay, yeah.
Skyway, whatever.
Going
Hamster
over the
tunnels.
busiest street.
We were a Jedi.
We all just decided, me, Dakota, and Taylor, to flash people driving by.
Yeah.
Which they couldn't see because it was day and the windows are tinted.
And this still happens sometimes at cons when there's a window, but...
Not always.
Not always, but it was definitely the start of it, and it was cool.
I like showing my belly button.
Oh, that's sexy.
Taylor brought captain quarters.
What?
Oh, he brought really tight, like, swimwear.
Really, really tight. and he was also, this is kind of skipping ahead a little bit, but he cosplayed Gray the whole weekend. So he was either being Gray from Fairy Tail or wearing the captain's quarters. And I don't think he wore shoes the entire weekend. Because I remember he showed me his feet, and the bottom of them were completely black with dirt. And
man, that would scare me to go on the escalators with.
I know, right?
The idea just scares the crap.
Well,
out
I
of me.
did with no shoes, but not bare feet. I had socks on.
Oh, I don't know if I could do it.
Which is another thing I really need to talk about in a video sometime, is just walking around a hotel at a con with no shoes on. It's like you freaking own the place. It feels amazing. Do it. You feel at home. Shut up, train. There's a train, guys. Sorry.
Damn you.
We're
for
not
having to do a job.
I hate you! Why must you need to pay for your family and survive? So Taylor was essentially naked the whole weekend.
Pretty much.
Almost naked the whole weekend.
I was always aroused.
Oh. This is the first I've heard of that. We tried to go downtown. This is still Thursday night.
This is on 4th of July, mind you.
Yeah, the con was on 4th of July. Well, the con wasn't, but Thursday night was 4th of July, so we were there a day early.
Yeah.
We wanted to go downtown Chicago because we're in Rosemont. We're about, like a half an hour outside of downtown. So Katie drove, and we went downtown, and it was crazy.
There was no way we were going to see fireworks.
Worst
No.
traffic I've ever been in. And it wasn't
My
even the traffic,
biggest
it was the
regret-
I've
people.
been to L.A.
It was well, it was on 4th of July though.
Yeah.
So, but worst part, we did pass a parking area that had parking, but we thought it was too expensive. When we were like, and too far away. We were like, we'll find one closer that's not as expensive.
Why didn't we just go back to it?
We couldn't get around. We couldn't get back to. There was so much traffic. We could not, and it was really packed right there. So if we would have gotten back to it, it'd been like, it would have probably taken like another 40 minutes
It
to
probably
an
would
hour.
have gotten filled by then, too.
Yeah.
And I remember Katie was just super stressed driving. Like, we were asking her, Katie, do you want to switch drivers? She's like, no, I can handle it.
I mean, I don't blame her. I would have been really freaking. But that was crazy. But it was a fun experience. Like, even though we didn't see the fireworks, that's something that I remember.
We still got to see them from
I
our
think
window.
that driving through that, I think that's what started your shots are about to be fired. Started your hatred for Chicago driving in the city. Because before then you're like,
Probably.
Chicago's cool, and after that, every time we drove by, you're like, Chicago sucks.
Well, no, we disliked Chicago after ASIN.
Oh, did you? I don't remember that.
We didn't dislike it. We were like, I'm not really feeling the city. But then,
We never really went in the city though.
yeah, we didn't.
So I mean,
But still,
I love Chicago personally.
we saw a deer when we got back from trying to see Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
So it was really weird. We went from like Chicago and it was crazy, and there were a billion drunk people everywhere. There's another siren outside my house.
There's people podcasting. I know it.
But we went from like this really urban area, and then we went in back to the con, and there's freaking deer walking around the forest, and we're like, this is cool.
Yeah, because around the hotels and stuff, it's actually a fairly wooded area. As
Yeah.
many buildings as there are.
Rosemont's a cool little. What is? Do you think it's a city? I don't really know what it is.
I'd call it a town.
Large town,
Township?
almost city, maybe. Well, there's big buildings. I don't know. Maybe it's like a really, really
We
small
were like
city
20
or
feet
something.
from those deer, too.
Yeah.
Really close. But I
Or
wrote,
as they used to
we
be.
stayed up high. What I'm talking about is in the hotel. This was the 1 year at this hotel. Every other year, we've not gotten to do it. They've put us in another area where we stay up.
They've put us in.
Yeah, they've put us in another area. Basically, what it is the hotel, the way it's set up, which you're probably seeing it in the video, so I don't need to explain it as hard as I am, but when you go outside your room, if you're in one of these rooms like we were this year, like there's just a walkway, and right there you can just look down and see all the way down to the con floor,
And it's awesome.
and it's really cool. We're really hoping that at Con Alt Elite we get another one like that, but Gravity Falls cosplay. We're moving on to Saturday.
So if
No, that
you-
was Friday.
Friday. I meant Friday. I
Yeah.
meant not Thursday.
So if you have, what am I trying to say? Gravity Falls. It's an awesome cartoon. That's my favorite. It's my IMO. It's the only very good cartoon on TV right now. It's got a good story,
SpongeBob.
good
On Disney. Just say
for
Disney.
Disney, and that's new.
Oh, okay.
And SpongeBob sucks now.
Wrong. The newer seasons are good. It had a run there for a few seasons that were bad, but they picked it back up like 2 seasons ago that were good, where it's good again. Okay, well that's for another discussion.
Agree to
We're not
disagree.
talking about that right now.
Nate is not as big a fan as I am. Like, I've seen every episode
I
except
think
for
it's
like,
just
the newest few.
I'm not at home whenever the episodes are on, is what it is.
Yeah, you got this thing called the internet.
You watch anime.
Yeah, but I don't know, it's easier to watch anime like on the internet and stuff like that, but
You type in on Google, Gravity Falls, episode 1, and it'll bring you a list of streaming sites. Okay, we're just giving Nate a hard time. No, it's...
I know the sites for
But
anime,
okay,
not for
we're not
cartoons.
talking about the cartoon itself. What are we talking about? You guys cosplayed it.
I cosplayed Dipper.
And I did Seuss.
Just... Nate's nowhere near as big as Seuss, but with the shirt on, you looked a lot bigger than you are.
Yeah, I bought a baggy shirt for that.
That, and I really just love the cartoon. More than I probably should.
So they cosplayed that, and they got a lot of pictures for it.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd never seen it. Another thing that they cosplayed that I had no idea what it was.
He's
Tend
out
to
of the
do
loop.
that.
Chess tournament.
I thought you said Chester
Taylor.
at first.
Chester.
Taylor got in on that.
No. This
no.
is different. There was a chess tournament going on that weekend at the con.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a chess tournament at
That
the con.
was horrible timing. It was literally right below where the ramen was being
They had
sold.
signs set
Or
up
taken.
saying to be quiet.
Yeah.
Not happening. It's an anime convention.
You're not gonna be
That
quiet.
was-
You can't tell fan boys and girls to be quiet.
Especially not fan girls. No. Oh my god.
Good thing Vic wasn't there.
Good.
Oh
Yeah. Good thing
my.
Vic wasn't there and
Oh.
didn't walk into that area.
I would have fangirled.
I mean, there would have been plenty of guys fangirling.
I'd be like, oh my god, it's Vic.
Okay, this one. Dakota shaved Taylor's back.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah. Taylor.
Very-
This is a thing that happened.
Very
There's
intimate.
footage, and Taylor's embarrassed about it.
It was very intimate. While he was doing it, Dakota did
No,
bend
we're not.
up and he did whisper, "Do you like this?"
That may have happened. I don't know.
Am I doing it right? Am I doing it right, senpai? But basically, he did it because
senpai.
No. It wasn't. Taylor had just a little bit. He was shirtless.
he's not
all
like a
weekend.
super hairy guy.
No,
he
he's
just had a little
He's
bit.
not a Dakota.
And
No.
he wanted to be shirtless all weekend, so he wanted to get that taken care of.
Yeah.
We had to hunt down a marker to make Taylor gray.
Yeah.
No, we weren't making
Not
him
like-
a Homestuck. We were making him
We were
gray
making him,
from.
Yeah, we had to do. his
Do you
tattoo.
remember?
Fairy tale.
Do you remember where we got the second marker? We got the first one from the hotel, and the
I
second
know.
one
We came from the Sword Art Online cosplayers.
yeah.
we randomly go to their door.
Yeah.
Barely know these people. Knock on it, and they're like, "Hello, who is it?" We're like, "Hey, we're the people
We
you
just met you in the
Pretty
lobby,
much,
but
yeah.
You got a Sharpie we can borrow?
We had met them in the lobby the day before, and I think did they tell us their room number?
Yeah, they did because I remembered it.
Because we were like kind of getting along.
Why did they tell us their room number?
I think it's because we were getting along, and they maybe wanted to hang out.
Threesome.
It was. They probably were swingers.
I mean,
They were.
I couldn't remember if she was attractive.
They didn't
or not.
seem.
she was cute.
They did not seem like that. I'm pretty sure they just wanted to be friends.
Yeah,
And they gave us a marker,
it was very.
so we got lucky. A Kotsu. I don't know if you guys know what this is
Oh
about.
yeah.
I remember the Kotsu.
Pretty much, I saw some Akatsuki cosplayers, and Taylor went, the Akatsuki.
The Kotsu.
And I don't think since then Taylor has ever called them Akatsuki.
I never call them Akatsuki because
It is
Same.
always
it's the
Akatsuki now.
Akatsuki.
Yep.
Even,
I actually,
Akatsuki.
even when I'm trying to be serious, like, oh, the Akatsuki. Like, no, I'm like, oh, the Akatsuki.
You're gonna be
Yeah,
watching
that's
Naruto
exactly
and go, oh my gosh, this is the intro to the Akatsuki.
Yeah, he walked up like to a huge group of them and go like, "Hey, Katsuku!" Right as the elevator closed,
Yeah.
they're like, "You!" Yeah, and they like can't.
Oh god, the Akatsuki are attacking!
Katie was Yoko.
Yes.
So that was
Gurren
cool.
Lagann.
This was her
Oh.
first cosplay that she like had made completely. And it was really good, and a lot of people liked it, and a
lot
lot
of
of
attention.
creepy guys, too.
Them creepy dudes.
A guy called her Wonderful. I do remember walking by one time with her and some guy telling us that we are lucky to be friends with someone like that.
Yes, I do
And
remember
you, at
that.
the time, you're like, bro,
I'm dating.
we dating.
I was like, I got this in a bag! That sounds a lot worse than it is.
I've got this in the bag, sir. This is my girlfriend. We are together as an item.
And I put her in a bag sometimes.
I carry her.
I do not do that.
I carry her around.
I have never done that.
She's like one of those little toy dogs that you put in the purse. Her head just kind of poking out. She's just like,
And I wrote this down later, but we're gonna go ahead and talk about it now, and we'll just skip it when it comes up later. Since we're already talking about, we're getting a lot of attention. Katie, we talked. This was my first ever story time I talked about. Katie got picked up that weekend, like physically. A
Twice.
guy asked to take a picture, then just without consent, just picked her off the ground. And we thought it was weird, and then he did it again later, and then he kept staring at her.
and then we went to a panel.
Yeah.
What was it? Name That Cleavage.
Which is another panel we're going to talk about later.
Yeah. And he purposely sat in front of us and
Kept looking at
kept
her.
looking at her, and they said something about. I think it might have been Yoko.
No. They said if any girls want to show their boobs or something.
Something. Like
And then
that.
he turned around and he was like, "You!"
And he was like, "Yeah," I'm pointed at her, and I was getting angry.
Yeah.
I mean,
then-
because it's my buddy's girlfriend, Chill out, bro.
Later in the panel, Yoko's cleavage came up. Of course, it's Yoko.
Oh, yeah.
And the second, like, it zoomed out to be her, he turned around and just go, and just like
That's
with
when
the
he did it,
derpiest face ever, just like, ah.
But yeah, if you want to hear more about that, go watch the story time on it. It's called Creeper at Anime Midwest, I think. Okay. We saw our first Attack on Titan cosplayers.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
This
that's
show was
just
still
beginning.
coming out at the time.
I think
Yeah.
they were like maybe halfway through.
There were about 13 episodes. And Taylor was just starting to watch it. We were showing it to him.
Yeah, when we had downtime,
Midwest.
we watched like 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah, and so we were freaking out to see our first Attack on Titan cosplayers because no one had done this yet. Now, fast forward, everybody effing cosplays Attack on Titan, and it's honestly more just annoying to see. Attack on Titan cosplays are awesome. Like, if you cosplay Attack on Titan, you're awesome. That's really cool. I would love to do that, but we see it everywhere. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like Elsa's from Frozen. It's like Homestuck. It's everywhere.
like the Doctor.
Yeah, it's like the Doctor.
I mean, I can't. Well, I don't have a lot of room to talk,
But still, it's something that's everywhere, and it's not as exciting to see anymore. But at the time, we were flipping out. We thought it was the coolest
It
thing.
was awesome then.
This was our first experience with Sleeping Samurai.
Oh, yes, I had a lot of fun with that.
that's the only time I've ever done it.
Yeah, I've done it a few times after that, but like, I think I did 2 rounds, one versus one of the instructors and one versus Dakota, and I actually beat
Oh,
the
yeah.
instructor, which is hilarious.
And
I
if you
actually
guys,
beat the instructor, but Dakota kicked my ass.
Yeah.
Is what I'd like to say.
but that's not the truth. If you guys don't know what Sleeping Samurai is, it's pretty much foam sword fighting.
It's fun.
It's really cool stuff, and I still
You
I
have
have
to
not
kill your
done it
friends.
yet. But I will tell you that whenever I do it,
Doo-doo.
whenever I do it, I will be wearing the GoPro in there
Ooh,
when I
that'd be
do
cool.
it.
You're not allowed to do headshots, so yeah, you wear it on your head.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Opening sucked.
Yeah.
Opening
that's-
ceremonies. This is pretty
I don't-
much not a shock.
It probably sucks so much I don't even remember it.
Yeah. This is not a shock. It shouldn't be. And if it's not Anime Crossroads, the opening probably sucks. So.
Yeah.
Game Room, this is exactly what I have written down. Game Room was dope-tastic.
Dope-tastic, son.
This is our second ever Game Room. We said that we went to our first one at Anime Crossroads 2012. But this was our first one that we spent like a large amount of time at.
Yes.
Like, a lot.
Basically all of our downtime.
Pretty much, yeah.
It was a good game room. It still is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still-
Every year they have a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Katie kept kicking my butt in that Naruto game. I'm usually pretty good at video
He's
games,
like,
but she
Katie kept
kicked
kicking
my
my
butt.
She kept kicking my button.
No matter who I picked one of the cheapest characters in that game, and she still won.
The dealer's room sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's just
Big
Not
letdown.
some of the, like, to find the good items that we wanted, because we bought a lot of shit.
We mostly just bought figures.
Yeah, I bought Rin Okamura and
The Vash Stampede.
And the Vasha Stampede.
And then he got a bunch of them, and I got the Mio from K-On!
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't that it was... The items were bad. It was just so cramped and hot.
The items were bad too, though.
Yeah, but you could find good stuff. is
You
what I'm
had to
saying.
really look, though. There's
Yeah.
another train coming. This is 3 in the last half an hour. Sorry, guys.
Another train!
Another person wishing to pay for his family. But yeah, it was really cramped in there. The ceiling was low. It was hot. There were a lot of
I thought
people.
you said it was going to say it was hot.
The
ceiling was
The
low.
ceiling was
it
low.
Was
It was
high.
so. Oh. I thought you said hot. The ceiling was low. It was so hot.
It was so hot in there, bro.
Oh my god. Oh, so hot. But no, it was like heated. It was like
Yeah, and
burning up.
They got as many booths in
the
there. as they
minimum, it was
possibly-
probably 8 feet of room between you could walk.
I think it was 4.
And it was not in a big room.
No.
Like I'd be hard pressed to even, because they squeezed not only the dealer's room but Artist Alley in there as well.
Oh yeah.
And
there was
I'd be hard pressed to even say it was a dealer's room.
and I disagree with Nate. I don't think there was good stuff in there. I think there was like a booth like a dealer that had figures, and that was the one dealer that was good.
Right. That's what I was saying. What I meant
But
is
I like- but
it wasn't
I like getting
completely
figures.
horrible.
Yeah,
I have a small collection.
but it was literally like you go to that booth and that's it.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
no one else
yeah.
there. So it's not really a dealer's room. It was just there was one dealer in there.
Yeah.
They did a lot better for the next year.
I wrote
Oh my
down.
God.
Well, we'll get to
We'll
that.
get to that eventually.
I wrote down date auction. We don't really need to talk about that much.
We showed up, looked at it. It was kind of cool. We showed up at the very end
Yeah,
of it.
there was pretty much like
The date auction.
where you
had
can
to
buy
a date.
somebody for a date to the.
I thought of something when we get to the YouTube panel.
Okay.
Remind me.
Quentin Flynn is a jerk.
Quentin
He
Flynn,
kind of is.
during the panel, it seemed alright.
He seemed fine then.
And then you go up to him, and this is the only time at an anime con, you go to like a Comic Con or like a con where they have like big people, yeah, they'll make you pay for pictures and whatnot. This is the first time I have ever gone to an anime con and been like, hey, can I get a picture or a video? And they've gone like $10.
And we're dead serious.
And no, they'll make you sometimes pay for like their pictures.
Yeah.
Or like if they have a CD, like Vic Mignogna does. But
Because they had to make that.
yeah,
But just to like get a picture with him.
just to like be like, can I get a picture with you? He was like $10, and I was like, well, I don't have $10.
And well, on top of that, he was kind of a jerk. He seemed jerky in
He's
his
very
panel.
cocky.
Yeah, really cocky. Love the characters he plays.
He's good as a.
Don't
good
get me
voice
wrong.
actor.
Yeah. And if you've never seen him in person, you're probably gonna be shaking your head like, "No way, he can't." Be
You
a
might
jerk.
disagree with this.
Go
though.
see him.
It
Well,
could just be
pretty much
us.
everyone I talked to said that.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Pretty much everyone I've talked to said he was a jerk.
And then
I
at
didn't
the
like
at the
him.
big panel we were watching with all of them, it was just kind of aloof the whole time. If
Yeah.
you notice, he was
Todd
just
asked him a
like
question.
yeah, Todd was like talking to him and he was just like yeah, whatever,
Yeah.
texting away.
Yeah.
He kept hitting on chicks.
Oh yeah, he did that too. He was crazy
People
on the
say
chicks.
Vic do that. Vic does that, and Vic's a perv. No, that's not
Quentin
true.
was
Quentin
much
Flynn
more
is
pervy.
even if Vic does flirt, he's
He's
subtle
not-
about it. Quentin Flynn's basically like, that chick's hot.
He pretty much just invites girls back to his room.
Yeah,
I think I
and
heard him
he's
say
like-
that he did.
Yeah, he invited a person we know.
Mm-hmm.
You remember? She was like,
Yeah.
I'm personal friends with him now.
Yeah.
And,
He wants to bang me.
he
I'm personal
basically
friends.
wants my tushy.
Taylor was slap happy the entire time.
To be fair, we all kind of were.
Well, I've got that later on that we all became slap happy during the night. But
Taylor's
Taylor
in.
was slap happy from Thursday to the end of Sunday.
You know, you were yelling at Nate for touching this thing, and you're sitting here.
I barely touched it.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Nate was over here like tapping. Please don't do that. But yeah, he was slap happy the entire time and made for an awesome first con for him, I think. It was really fun hanging out with him, being slap happy. You guys should be slap happy at more cons.
Maybe I'll be slap happy right now.
Todd walked by Katie.
Oh yeah, it's in the footage.
Pretty much all this is I was taking a picture of Katie with a Lelouch cosplayer, and Todd happens to walk right next to her texting. And none of us had any idea at the time. The only way I found out was that you guys, the carnivores, commented on the video and was like, "That's Todd at blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "No, it's not." And I went and checked and I was like, "That's freaking Todd!" So that was
I'll
cool.
mention later on, I was going to get like a snack at the food bar thing that they have, the snack area.
I don't know what he's talking about.
The little concession area they have right at the
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and-
not. It's from the hotel. Not
Right, the hotel. And I was going to ask a staff member a question, and I walk up to them, and the second I get there, Todd walks up too. And I didn't want to be like weird, like, "Oh my God, Todd," and
You don't
interrupt
want to be
him.
that guy.
So I just sat there quietly and waited, but I was literally standing right next to Todd that whole time.
Wait, what? That's we.
Did you touch
we
him?
all- We all kind of have.
Did you at
like,
least get a lick?
I got like several.
Okay, what?
We all kind of have... Todd just kind of likes to walk around the floor.
He does. Everyone's had a weird meeting with him.
Because I met him at the very first Crossroads, and he was just like chilling, editing something for his Toddcast.
Yeah. SPG, Steam Powered Giraffe, was amazing.
Giraffe.
I went and saw it with Katie and Taylor, and it blew our minds. But Nate and Dakota weren't there because what were you guys doing?
What were we doing? Oh,
Haley. And,
yeah, we met girls that weekend, and we were hanging out with them.
What a bunch of homos! They met girls.
Yeah, we were going to the
I'm
Doctor
just kidding.
Who panel, and
Yeah, was it a Doctor Who panel?
Yeah, because you and I are dressed up, and what's her name? What was her name again? The one you hang out?
Allison?
Allison was being Rose.
That's right, yeah.
And Haley was being...
Also, you guys were at a Doctor Who panel at the time.
We were in line waiting for her.
Oh.
That's right.
And they just happened to sit next to us, and yeah, we just hit it off because they liked our cosplay.
Okay, well, I gotta ask. Did you get it in?
No.
No.
Okay, well, then it was pointless.
Nate still keeps in contact with one of them. I haven't talked to Allison in a while.
But that was cool, though. I do remember that happening. I definitely remember
Moving
all
on.
about that. We bought figures and took pics of them in epic lighting.
Yes.
We
We
are
sat on
nerds.
top of the actual lamp, and we had it like...
Not gonna
They're
lie.
ready for battle, and then Mike, the one I bought me, was just like gonna sing an epic song while they fight.
We took pictures and put them on Facebook
Yeah.
of our action
Not
figures.
gonna lie, the Vash looked the coolest.
I think Yusuke looked pretty awesome, but...
You even told me Vash looked the coolest.
Neo's such a badass.
The Mio one did look pretty
We
cool.
went to our first ever uncensored panel.
What was that? Was
No.
Was it the...
We went to the hentai one at...
Oh, no, he didn't go to that. It was
Oh,
just
you
me and
didn't?
you and Tyler.
And the hentai one's not an uncensored panel.
No, that
Uncensored meaning it's the voice actors.
I got you.
Oh.
Those are
uncensored.
always fun.
Actually, we went to one at our very first concert.
Oh, that was dumb.
But it was
though.
sucked, so we went to our
Oh,
first
so
real
dumb.
uncensored panel.
If you're 18 and you go to a convention and you see something with a voice actor, or all the voice actors,
18 plus panel.
it's the best.
to that.
All the voice
Go
actors.
to it. Or if you see Team 4-Star, but we'll
Oh
talk
my
about
God.
that.
Team four,
Wait, no, that's not this con! We'll talk about that
Oh.
sometime. That first uncensored panel was awesome. Spike, the dude who plays Shinji in Evangelion, he was pretty much the only one there for most of it, because everyone else, like, kind of ditched. But he was freaking hilarious. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
I didn't even watch Evangelion at that point.
Yeah, he didn't. Elevators were cray-cray.
Oh my gosh. I hated the elves.
That wasn't... Oh my god, people were stupid that weekend. Because what happened was... people were being idiots and jumping on the elevators. And would get in there at like 20 people at a time in a 10 people at most elevator.
At most.
And they would get in there and jump while they were going up and down.
And there's only 4 elevators, and they broke them.
Yeah.
Not all of
I
them.
think they broke 2 at most at one time.
So
I don't know if you guys were with me, but I know Katie was. I remember getting on an elevator and it like lurching as it was going down, and we were like, "Oh my god, we're gonna die."
I wasn't with you for that.
You guys were probably hanging out with those girls.
Damn girls.
I wrote this was the first con where we were all slap happy together,
Yes.
which was cool. That was Friday night or Saturday night? Or Friday night.
What was the funny thing that happened at that one at night? We were all getting ready to fall asleep, and for like 2 hours we're just talking.
Well, we do that at most cons.
Yeah, we do that all
But
the time.
no, like each thing, like I'm done from Crossroads.
I don't remember.
Midwest had something.
I don't remember. It wasn't as good as I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done was perfect.
The rave was freaking insane. I just wrote
Yeah.
that down because I think that was the best rave we had ever been to at that point.
I definitely started liking raves after that because, like in the video before this one,
Crossroads.
with Crossroads, I mean, I had a horrible time at that rave
He got hit in the face.
Yeah, hit in the face.
by myself.
Hit in the face, found out he had the disease. It was awful.
Found out about the herpes.
Discovered he was balding.
But yeah.
But
I
the rave
definitely
was
liked-
insane.
Yeah, I definitely liked
It was a good
raves.
rave. Yes, indeed.
They had giant chests.
Moving on.
They had giant chests, and Taylor played it, and it was really cool. I don't think Dakota and Nate maybe even saw it.
I saw it, but I didn't play it.
I saw
The
it,
giant
yeah.
chest has never interested me because
You don't
Chess
like
is
chess?
already-
it would take. I mean, unless the person you're
Chess
playing
is
is really.
awesome.
No, I'm not saying it's... Go ahead, Nate, sorry.
It's not the. unless the person that you're playing isn't very good, if you're both really trying to play to win, you could play chess.
Oh yeah.
See, the thing with me and the giant chess is already a game with strategy, and you got to think, and it already takes
It's
a while.
hard to understand.
Oh, and then we make it giant.
And then you make it giant, and you're like, unless it was wizard chess, that's the only way I think I could do it.
Tyler, I wrote down Taylor for some reason. Tyler came and hung out with us and
Stole
took
your
Dakota's hat.
Yet again, taking my clothes.
Tyler, like, ditched Chris and all their group, and he was like, they're not doing anything. And he came to our room and hung out with us for like 5 hours. And lots happened. First,
Hijinks ensued.
first, he took Dakota's hat, because he's got to take some article of clothing. One day it'll be his pants. Then we went to Whose Line Is It Anime?
Oh, what fun that was.
And that really sucked.
Let me tell you, it was, though.
Now, I'm not saying every Whose Line Is It Anime is bad, because I've actually seen one since then that was really good.
Yeah.
Was I getting an autograph from Todd with Haley at that time?
You might have
Probably were.
That's what I thought.
But it sucked really bad, and we left that. Then we were introduced by Tyler to Banana Peel Senpai.
Banana Peel Senpai.
I was introduced. These two were not around at the time.
We
I don't
never
know where
met the
you were.
senpai.
Banana Peel Senpai is basically Tyler just ate a banana, and he happened to like the peel after he ate it, so he made a character out of it, Banana Peel Senpai. And then there was Strawberry Chan, and that was the girl that he had a crush on, and he asked her out, but she rejected him. So he looked very limp because he was depressed. And he carried it around for a good 3 hours, and it was like browning. And at the end of it, we threw it in the trash. And before we threw it in the trash, Taylor even said words. He was like, he was a good senpai. And we threw it in the trash, and I just like zoomed in on it slowly for way too long.
And in the distance, I swear I heard taps playing.
Okay, we went to name that anime tune with Banana Peel Senpai. Were you guys at that?
No.
Okay, well, what happened there was it sucked. It didn't suck, but they played like all songs that like no one had ever heard of. And Tyler's normally really good at this. He failed completely.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Tyler, I mean, I it's insane. I don't know how many times. It's always like, as soon as that thing starts, it could be the first note, and boom, that hand is.
He knows it. Tyler's good. Okay. You said you had something to say about this YouTube panel.
You're gonna like this. That was our very
Rhett
first
and Link.
introduction to Rhett and Link.
I was gonna mention that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys watch Rhett and Link, Good Mythical Morning, and
Shout
stuff
out.
like that, but we didn't know who they were at the time. They showed us the
Breakup song.
and we were like, that was cool.
Then
Like,
a year later,
yeah, a year later, we're
Cody
watching
and I-
Rhett and Link.
Cody and I, no, you and I do the habanero challenge.
Yeah.
And then you found Rhett and Link doing it, and you're like, this is funny. And then you just found their other videos, and like, oh my god, dude, these are hilarious.
Then we watched the breakup song, and we realized, oh my god, this is from Midwest.
That was our first introduction to a very big part of our lives. right
Also, you wanted to mention Nostalgia Critic was a guest.
Oh,
there,
yeah.
And, you didn't know who he was until
Yeah,
like
I
literally
was-
the next week you found out about
now.
it.
I am a huge fan of the Nostalgia Critic and Doug Walker and everything he does. And I saw him on the guest list, and I was like, who's this guy? And then the next week, I found like next week or the next month, something like that. It was soon after. I found his review for Jurassic Park, and I was like, this guy's pretty funny. And I just started watching his videos, and I was like, Cody, this guy's funny, man. You should watch this. And I showed him one of the videos, and he goes, I think this guy was at Midwest. And I was like, huh? He goes, yeah. And he said, yeah, look at it. He looked up the guest list for it, and he's like, yeah, he was a guest. And I was like, no!
To make it worse, I don't know if I told you this, I think I have. I saw part of one of his panels.
Oh, I didn't know you went
Because I was bored, and I wasn't with you guys. You're probably hanging out with those girls. And it was me and Katie and Taylor, I think. We went in and sat for one of his panels for part of it.
Was it fun?
I don't remember, honestly.
It was probably funny.
We'll just say it was.
You liked his panel we went to last time?
I wrote down Nate and Dakota hung out with girls, which we already talked about. Is there anything else you want to add on to that while we're still talking about
We
it?
stayed in contact with him for quite a while.
I'm still in contact with Haley.
I haven't talked to Allison in a while. Maybe
Um,
I'll give her
but-
a texty.
Like after you
Do
left.
it now.
Alright.
What are you going to say to her?
Talking about you in a podcast.
Are you going to say that?
No, I'm just gonna say hey, and then I'll mention that.
No, just write it.
Yeah,
Talking about you in a podcast.
Hey, what's up? We're talking about
She's
you.
gonna say, what?
No, I'm just gonna say hey, and then I'll say
You can't just
But
spring
yeah,
that on
after
me?
you, Katie, and Taylor left, we stayed at the convention for about an hour, and then
Well, hold up. We're not at the end of the con yet. You can get to that later.
yeah, bro.
Fine.
Chill.
Yeah, get to that later.
Bro. Cool your rolls.
Yeah.
Cool your rolls. Where the fuck did I come up with that?
There were a ton of concerts. This was our first concert con.
Concert?
There's like concerts going on all the time.
Steam Powered Giraffe.
Steam Powered Giraffe.
Which one's the
There
pillowcases?
were 2 rappers. The
Two
pillowcases. I don't remember everything. There were a lot of... Pretty much if we were bored, we just walked in. We were like, let's dance for a little while.
Let's just chill.
Katie got picked up. I already talked about that.
Yeah.
Name that cleavage. We kind of talked about that already. Basically, it was just a 18-plus panel where you go and name
Anime.
hentai boobs.
They weren't really hentai. They were legit characters.
I mean, they were anime. Though.
Just
They
as a
were
quick
naked.
side note, I just got a match on Tinder, so what up?
Cool. Okay, I don't know where to go from there.
Tinder.
The door wouldn't shut.
Oh.
Our door to our hotel room would
yeah.
not shut if you just shut
By
it.
itself.
Someone had to go and like pull it the rest of the way so people could get into our room. And I'm still convinced something was stolen that weekend. I don't know what it was. I wasn't missing anything.
But it was gone!
But it was gone.
It was my virginity.
Damn.
Not really. Not
What a loser! You were 20 years old and you didn't lose your...
really. Hey! I was 19 then.
Were you?
What a loser!
I was 20. Never mind.
Okay, moving on. Me and Dakota did the Sleeping Samurai. We talked about that a little, but did you want to elaborate at all? Or did you
Well,
already get it all out?
Like I said, I beat the instructor. Like, she didn't even get 1 point on me. It was 3 in a row.
And then you fought Dakota and beat the
Then I
crap out of him?
fought Dakota, and I got 2 points on him, and I need 1 more to win. And then right off the bat on the third one, he just goes, and it like barely scrapes me.
And I won, bitches.
And I thought it was... I just want to say, I thought it only hit my arm, to be honest. And the guy immediately goes, you're dead.
You're sitting there trying to defend it. I thought I was going to win, but the guy was like, no. So according to the rules, Dakota technically won.
Dakota
But then I won.
still a
Technically,
loser.
I didn't lose. He just swiped my arm, but apparently it was...
But then I kicked your ass in the next one. So
And Dakota's,
I still won that one
Wasn't
round,
it
though.
Dakota's little girlfriend that was watching? The girl you
Both
were
of
hanging
our-
out
both
with?
of the
Oh, they were
girls
both...
were they watching?
So the one you were hanging out with was like... She
What
was
a-
like, oh,
what
what
a
a chump.
I got a text. She texted me back. But
What'd she say?
She said, hey, stranger, what's going on?
Say, talking about you on a podcast. So then I put my notes up. I thought I could remember. Oh yeah, there was a ton of voice actors there. I wanted to mention that. Crazy amount. There was like Todd and the Spike guy, and I don't remember them all.
Wait, someone didn't make it. Sonny?
Sonny Strait didn't make it, so Chuck Huber came instead. Because he was just free. He was like, oh, well, if Sonny's not going to go, I'll just go on up from Dallas. But, and then the only other thing I want to talk about, we're almost done here, was pretty much that me, Katie, and Taylor left. And then, now you can talk about it. Nate and Dakota did what?
We stayed for about an hour more at the con with Haley and Allison, and then we just we went to downtown Chicago and kind of walked around one of the parks around there, just kind of talking and hanging out. And Haley or Allison had a grandmother that lived nearby, so walked them to the train, and then we left. That's pretty much it. We stayed for another like 2 or 3 hours after you guys left. You were probably home when we were leaving.
Oh, it took us forever to get home. There was like a wreck or something. Like almost every time we've left Chicago, there's been like a wreck or something.
Right.
It takes forever. But oh no, it was probably because it was the end of 4th of July week.
Oh yeah. Everyone was leaving.
Everyone was headed home. So that's pretty much it. Let's end this off. What did you write back to her?
Oh, she said, hey, stranger, what's going on? I said, making a podcast about that convention we met at, and I was like, hey, I haven't talked to Allison in a minute. I'm a texter. And yes, that's all on the podcast. LOL.
You think she knows that since then we've started to blow up a little bit?
I have not Probably not. I have
Probably
not,
has no
I have
idea.
not talked to Allison in probably. You know what? It was when Brittany and I started dating.
I was gonna say 6 months.
Oh.
Because I sent her a picture that Brittany made of Dean Winchester. It had pie and cheeseburgers.
Well,
in
the
it.
listeners don't really care about that. But,
Maybe they do.
Allison, if you're hearing this right now, because for some reason Dakota somehow convinced you to sit through 45 minutes of this.
Just for this.
What's up?
What up, girl?
How you doing?
What up, girl?
When are we gonna see you at another con?
Bye-bye.
Oh, Nate's ready to go. Okay, well,
He's like, I'm out.
all right. Anything
I'm
you
out,
guys
bitches.
want to say?
Mic drop.
That's Nate. He's out. Anything you want to say?
Remember to point it up.
And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, you can click on the video on the screen to jump over to my vlog channel, where I vlog my day-to-day life for your entertainment. If that's not enough for you, go to the description below to find links to my Twitch, where I stream video games almost daily, my Facebook, Instagram, email, Twitter, Tumblr, and the Convention Reviews website.